Be interesting as something different. I'm just going to take you for a walk. So if you're watching the recording, just mixing it up a bit. I'm going to take you in an elevator. Got to keep it quiet down here. It's like everyone in this place is asleep, but that's cool. If this works in the elevator, it's going to be something definitely different.
Going down.
Don't think I've ever done a live feed in an elevator before, so it's pretty cool, or a lift, whatever you want to call it. So as I'm waiting for people to jump on, look at this funky little elevator. Look at this. Like mirrors and shit everywhere. So random. I might just there we go. I'll talk to my reflection while I'm talking to my reflection. How are you, Christy? I'm just playing around for a minute here while I go for a walk. How are you, Nasima? I've swapped it up with a selfie stick too, which is cool. I've just got out my GoPro one. How are you, Vicky? How are we this morning on this Monday morning? Apparently it's Monday morning anyway. I've been up for about 3 hours, I reckon. I've been down the beach. The sun comes up really, really early up here on the Gold Coast. So, yeah, like I say, been down the beach, taking in the sun. Taking in the sun, but getting prepared for an absolutely massive day. I've had 2 massive days. Like I say, on what's apparently the weekend, but in my world that doesn't really matter. And even like a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about. How are you, Leah? Anyone who's jumping on, say hi. Anyone, say hi. But like I say, the topic this morning, and it ties in with everything I talk about. It ties in especially last night, and like I say, the last few live feeds I've done about having your energy right, and yesterday talking about having a day set aside for energy but turning into a week and setting intentions. I think today, being Monday, and for the majority of people, you're either on your way to work, or you're planning a day for work, you're planning a week for work, or you don't want to go to work. And a lot of people just react and they just go. They just get up, they just turn into their robot self again after a weekend where they might have had a bit of a recharge, but more often than not, people are like, oh, here we go again. And I don't know how many people you see in the morning, especially this morning. Like, the beach was very quiet this morning, and it's a cracking morning. But you see people walking into coffee shops and that down here, they're all cranky looking and getting coffees and things like that. And I just think to myself, well, how do they deal with the week? So many people, like I say, they just get themselves in that zone where they're not stuck there, they keep themselves there. They don't really set any intention to have a better week. They don't really set any intention to, all right, I'm going to go into work today and I'm going to act a bit differently because I really don't want to be here, or I really want things to improve. Probably should have went the quieter way. It's a bit loud here. I might go over here. The sun's great. But like I say, I'm thinking like a lot of the people that I talk to, and a lot of people that do come into either beast mode or anything I'm doing, one of the number one things that they don't enjoy is like their work life or their job. And the word hate comes up a lot. I don't like that word. I was going to say I hate that word, but that comes up a lot. But number one, they don't know how to get out of it. Number two, they're in there for safety and security, so they keep themselves in there. And number three, I think, well, how do they actually deal with their job? If they're going in with a mindset that they're not wanting to be there, if they're going into their week thinking, well, I actually hate this now, I'm not going to be any better at it, I'm not going to get any worse, but I'm going to stay there. What sort of energy are they putting into it? What sort of energy are they taking on a Monday morning to what they're going to do? See, you can use mindset and you can set intentions, and it doesn't have to be, I talk about an exit strategy and getting out of jobs and things like that, but what about becoming a better version of yourself in that job, or in that space where you've got to go somewhere and you're not really excited about it, but you don't want to get out? And who else we got on here? Oh, I don't know how to, what is that? How do I pronounce that? That is an interesting name. Is it Hoj? Don't know. I'm getting lots of messages here now too. Everyone who jumps on, awesome that you're on this morning. I'm going to go over the park over here. I'm just on my way to the gym. Got the gym bag rocking. Cam, how are you, man? It's just like a Saturday for me, brother. Every day is exciting. Game on. That's exactly right, Cam. And this is what it's about. But for the people who are in that place now where they're in that job and they're like, well, it's not too bad, it's okay. And I talk about the mining game and what I believe I can bring to that to implement into people's life on a personal level to change things, instead of bringing in like dealing with companies and like implementing things through companies. What about if you work on yourself? Like the start of the week, you lay out your week. I'm just getting heaps of messages. You lay out your week and you set the intention like, all right, this is how I'm going to be this week. A lot of people don't bother with it. I won't bother with it. I couldn't pronounce it. I do apologise. It's definitely a different name. But how many people actually sit down and they spend a little bit of time and they're like, well, this is what's happening this week. I might be in that place where I'm not really excited about my job. I've got to deal with some dickheads and they're not really my friends and that, but I've got to be around them. How do you go about it, guys? Because we're going to deal with people that we don't want to be around. We're going to deal with tasks that we don't really want to do, but we have to do them. And if you haven't got a path laid out, or you're not going into your week with some sort of idea of where this job or where this activity is taking you, you are seriously just existing. And when you just exist, that's what you've got. What sort of energy is attached to that? Just existing, being bored, not really wanting to be there. And I talk about energy a lot. If you don't take energy into everything you're doing, if you don't have a direction or a plan or an intention set with everything you're doing, you're seriously just going around in circles. I'm going to sit in the park for a couple of minutes. This is fantastic. How are you, Rach? Good morning. This is probably targeted at you too. It's too many people. It's too many people. Like I say, being a mentor or a coach and anything like that, like I don't know everything. And I do go to my coach, Lee Bundy, and the other mentors and that I have in my circle or in my environment. When it comes to talking to people when they come up with something like, well, their income or their wealth or their work life, or because it is about highlighting places for people where they may be going wrong, they may be missing out, or they may not be putting the right energy out to get the result they're after. And work is a huge one. Work is massive. And how they go into their work week or their work month or with no plan. There you go, Rach. But it's so many people. You're not on your own, Rach. Not on your own. But if you set an intention, here's the thing. If you had a plan, why are you going to that job? Why are you going to work? Why do you have to put up with people that you don't really want to be around just to earn money, to have security, to pay for bills, to go around and do it again the week after and then the week after? That's so many people. I can talk about that all the time and say, hey, here's an exit strategy, here's an exit strategy. And as a coach or a mentor or someone, I point out things. I'm like, well, here's an option. But at the core of it, a lot of people can't change their situation straight away. Yeah, there's a choice, but a lot of people need to build up to it. They need to work on themselves. They need to learn how to plan. They need to learn how to set intentions. So how do you go into your week this week, guys? I'd like some feedback on this. How have you started your week this week? What are you hoping to get out of it in terms of your own personal energy or the result you're after? What do you want to achieve? Because if you're not going into that thinking, all right, I'm going to set the intention, this is how I'm going to be this morning. I'm going to go about my morning like this. I'm going to walk into work. I'm going to be the happiest one in there. People are going to look at me and go, wow, you must have had a great weekend. And they will look at you. Is that how you're starting your day? Is that what you're telling yourself when you go into work? You're like, you've got people you don't want to be around. Like, all right, this is how I'm going to deal with this. You tell yourself first, before it even happens, like, and it's not saying what if. No. It's like, I'm just going to be this sort of person. I'm going to be a person who fully believes in what I'm doing, fully believes in where I'm going, with a plan to come out of it. Like I say, if something comes up, shit happens. But if you get caught at the effect of something happening at work because you're just going in there because you're like, oh, here we go again, of course you're going to be open to being caught at the effect of someone. Of course you're going to like get cranky because you haven't like set the intention of how you're going to be. You haven't looked at how you're going to plan your day, and that's on a personal level. Whatever task you're doing, it doesn't matter, because when it comes down to it, we can only change what we do, how we react. We can't change how other people are. We can lead them, but we can only change that. So why not walk this out? Yeah, there you go, Cam. And Cam, you're all over it. Check out Cam's work, everyone that gets on this live feed too. absolute superstar who's just come into beast mode to take his shit to another level, which is just insane. And I talk about creating balance in life. He's got a lot of the areas, and I'm glad you're on here, Cam, like I'm talking about with wealth and work and job and all that, like sorted. But when it comes to fulfillment, a lot of people go to work to exist. They don't get fulfillment, so they feel like shit. They don't know why. They're not excited. Milo, how are you, brother? Good to see you on here, man. Awesome, awesome stuff. But if you're going there and you are like going to that place and that work or wherever it is, doing that mundane job you don't like the people, you're going around in circles, you get to the end of the week, you just burn out, you're tired, you're bored, you don't know why you're in there, but you keep doing it, and you're missing something, you don't know what it is. And I mention this because Cam's on here, it's that fulfillment. A lot of people, when I say I highlight areas where they've got to work on, and wealth's one big thing they've got to work on, because they might be in a job, most people are, but it's one that just barely helps them pay their loans, their bills and all that. And they wonder why they're not excited about keeping on going back there. They wonder why they're not doing things they love. See, it's all about channeling it into that, setting up your week. All right, my plan for this week is this is one step closer to that dream I wanted. And it could be a dream job, but it could be something else. It could be I want to travel. Well, what are you doing to set that up? What are you putting aside this week of your own time to say, all right, I'm going to do time on this. I'm going to start a second business. I'm going to talk to some people who might be able to get in the industry where I can actually do what I love. How many people do that? So many people wait. They wait and they wait. And it's not even procrastination. It's just they wait for things to be right. They wait for that opportunity to come up. They wait for their boss to walk in and say, hey, you got a massive pay rise. I'm going to give you 2 weeks holiday so you can go do whatever the fuck you want and we're going to pay for it. That's so many people. It goes back to the start. Put it out there, guys. Start your Monday. Start whatever. If your work week starts on a Sunday, just start it. Set some intentions for the morning, the day. What are you going to achieve? Set it for the week. Who do you want to interact? What do you want to come into your life? What sort of energy are you putting out? Because what you put out is what you get back. So if you're putting out and you get into work on the Monday, or you go like, oh, here we go again, that's the energy you put out. Here we go again. So you're going to get here we go again people come into your world that week. You're going to get the same sort of shit coming back at you, and you're not going to be able to deal because you already don't want to be in that energy. They talk about the law of attraction, and it works both ways. There's a higher level to it and all that sort of thing. There's a much higher level, but whatever you put out, it's as simple as that. Like I say, this morning I know I've got up like ridiculously early because it gets really light here, taking in the sun, going to the gym, sending out a shitload of messages, like happy messages. This is what I'm about, this is what I'm doing, and it's really to start my week off. When I put this into plan, not today, not yesterday, this has been ongoing. My success priming, setting intentions, visualizing, having already achieved all these things I'm setting intentions for. So this week's going to be massive for me. Leading into the retreat in December, I head to Bali next week. Like, I've already seen all this stuff happen in my mind. And that's powerful stuff. When you can put that out there and time and space catch up and you're just filling in the gaps as you go, that's what it's about. But it all starts with how you set yourself up, how you handle yourself. What energy are you going to bring to the day, to the interactions you have? What plans have you got? What energy are you going to put to them plans? What energy have you put into the intentions? What are you visualizing? Do you really connect with your goals? See, all these things that you can add in, but so many people don't know what this is. So many people don't understand. Create wealth until they have all other areas in order. For example, bad debt, smoking, eating out, high purchase. We all need to know exactly where our money is spent. Then we need to focus on creating various cash flow sources, and that starts with your thinking. Perfect, Cam. It does. All of it, people, starts in here. All of it. Be it good and be it bad. But if you don't start to work on this in any simple form, it could be a simple thing. Here's my goals for the week. I'm going to be happy. I'm just going to have great energy. Nothing is going to affect me because I'm just going to get to the end of this week, have a happy week, be the best person I can be. Simple. All these other things, yes, there's like little intricate details. There's like a lot of stuff can happen. But if you start by really just like working on yourself in a simple way, setting up your day. Go for a walk in the morning. Don't just get up and have a coffee and go to work. Eat some healthy breakfast. Listen to something motivational. Please do not listen to the news. See a lot of people get in their car, they have a coffee and have a cigarette, get into their car, turn the news on. It's so common. Turn the news on and like listen to the shit that's going wrong in the world. Oh, but I'm just waiting for the sport. But by the time you get to the sport, they've already like put some stuff in there. It's like, this is shit. You've had your coffee, you get to work, then you got to deal with other people that have been sitting in their car. Same thing. It's all in here. So what's going on in your head when you get to work? You've already got the thing that you get up, here we go again. You got that attitude. You listen to the news and negative shit all the way to work. You, like I say, you're unhealthy, and then this is not everyone, but it's a fucking lot of people. But you're unhealthy, so you get in there, you haven't got good energy. You've probably been sitting in the car for 20 minutes, half an hour, who knows? You get in there and you're like, you've got the here we go again energy going into work, and everyone else is the same. And you'll see the odd one pop up and you'll be like, well, what are they on? Because they've got great energy. They're probably working on their mindset. They might not be liking their job, but they might be excited about the future because they know what they're going to do in the future. They've got some sort of plan. So just for this morning, guys, I'm going to go to the gym now because I've had an e-shot and I really need to go and use this like energy and get stuck into it. But this is how I start a lot of days like this. I've even set the intention of how I'm going to train. What energy am I taking in the gym? Like I'm going to do legs, I'm going to do arms, and this is how I'm going to be. I've already seen how much energy, I've already felt it, I've already connected with what I'm going to get out of this gym session. And that's only what? Up here, it's only just after 7 o'clock. Been up for 3 hours, guys. I set this all up in my head when I've done my success priming. I've already set the intention for the week. I'm going to talk to this many people. I'm going to lead this many people into my services. I'm going to talk to this many people about what I'm doing next so I can be of benefit to them. That's the way I think, guys. It's this. But anyway, I'm going to go. This is just like I say, just something I felt like just sharing with you this morning, because I wanted to get whoever gets on this recording or whatever and just get yourself thinking. How can you change the way you're going about your week? How can you, and ask questions to yourself. If you're in that job you don't like or that workplace you don't like, at least, all right, ask, what else is there? Have a look around, talk to people, listen to people, ask questions. If you're not sure about something, don't assume that it's not for you. A good thing to start on your week too is like write down on a Monday morning what you're grateful for in life now, what you would love in life, what you dream you could have in life. So something that you feel at the time is way out of reach, and just picture it. Gratitude, what you're grateful for, what you've already got, who's in your life, what you would love, and then what you feel is out of reach. And when I say what you feel is out of reach, so many people have that scarcity mindset, so they don't have the abundant mindset for things that they seem with that mindset out of reach. Start your week just thinking about that stuff. Then just set the intention, all right, I'm going to take a step closer this week to do that. And you're going to find that the energy you take into the day is going to be a lot better because you're thinking about the future, you're thinking about what's next. You're actually heading somewhere. But if you want to get more specific with things, if you really want to dive into your mindset, if you want to learn how to deal with situations during the week, set intentions, set up your day, success priming, all that sort of stuff, that's where you got to inbox me now, because this is what I do. This is what I do. It doesn't matter what's coming up. I always set this up first, every day. Taking the day off because I have an opportunity to show people my better ways tonight here in camp. Awesome, Grant, awesome. Set the intention. How many people are you going to lead into it? What sort of person you're going to be? What energy you're going to bring to it? I've got to go anyway. It's gym time. I've already seen this gym session happen, and I'm just going to go and get an absolute pump on to rocket out my day. Middle of the day today too, guys. Please tune in. Going to be catching up with some superstars down on the coast. Chi-Chi's coming down. Got Linda Doka, Matisse Camp, a few other superstar people that are heading down there. We're going to be doing aliens and unicorns. That's right, aliens and unicorns. Whatever that means, but I've already set the intention for it. It's going to be a cracker. Cal Lynch is heading down from Brisbane as well. Better not forget the superstar Cal. I'm going to be outnumbered by unicorns, alien, but that's going to be something really, really cool. And I would love to get some new people on that, because it's going to give a different twist to living location free, living, we'll say, the modern day gypsy life, setting the intention about what's next, what's in the future, where we're all at in the present. It's going to be just variety plus. Like I say, aliens and unicorns. I've got to rock and roll. I'm Steve Mack. A better way. This is a better way. Seriously, how you start your day, how you start your week, how you carry yourself, how you work on your mind. Might sound like a lot, but it's not. Make it a habit, guys. See you later.